Hi everyone, it's Raleigh, and today I'm planning my Hobonichi Cousin for the week of August the 25th. And I'm going to be using these really colorful and bright washi stickers from Coffee Monster Co. I might use a few from this one as well, we'll see. And I really do like the colors on this. I tend to gravitate more towards more neutral, cozy colors, but given it's the last full week of August, I thought I would go with these ones. Even though summer doesn't truly end, I think, until around the 22nd of September. For some reason, the last full week of August feels like kind of the end of summer. Also, I'll be using my days of the week. I just got an order in this past week from Coffee Monster Co., so I'll probably be using some of those as well. So I'm going to get started by laying one of these thicker ones across the top. And yeah, because I have two of these, I'll be able to stretch it right across, although I think I was debating going completely from the edge, but you know what? I think I'm going to go over here and I'll put this up top. Yeah, we'll cover these ones up. And yeah, these colors are really pretty. It'll also give me an opportunity to use some of the markers that I don't get to use very often too. And I've been looking forward to getting this setup done. It's actually Monday evening now. I didn't get to it on the weekend. Unfortunately, last week was a bit of a tough one. There was the loss of someone in my family, as well as the father of one of my close friends. So it was a bit of a challenging time, very emotional. But thankfully, as we were kind of going through everything last week, it was incredible to see all the messages and the calls and the just sort of comfort we were all giving each other through those times. So, but that's another reason I wanted to do something very cheerful for this week. So yeah, I'm going to put this other thick one down at the bottom, and I love the pinks and especially the dark pink in this. So yeah, after that happening, and there was also a few challenges at work as well. So by the time the weekend came, I was just sort of mentally drained. So I had a Saturday to myself. I ran some errands, cleaned up a bit, and just spent some downtime reading and watching some shows. And then yesterday, it was nice. I was able to go and spend some time with my family, which was great. And one last thicker piece here. And I haven't even really had an opportunity to think about my intentions for this week, but I thought I just wanted to get this in there, and things will get filled in probably over the next couple of days. Today was very busy at work, although very productive. It was one of those days that, yeah, just at the end of the day, I felt, that I'd accomplished something. It was a good day's work, and the opportunity to speak to some clients and some colleagues. I think that helped as well. And we'll put this, I gotta pull this down so you can see it. There we go. So I'm using the green emoji heads across here. I don't quite have enough to go all the way, so I think I'll just switch to yellow for the weekend. There it is. I think this will look good. And I normally do a kind of marker line to separate out the weekend, but I think I might use another one of the strips. We'll see how it goes. And okay, so I should probably get the days of the week in there. I wasn't sure. So I have the days of the week in kind of long, short, abbreviated version, and in washi and regular paper. Recently, I really like the look of like the washi with like a swipe of color underneath, but I think this time I might just go with the paper. I really like the colors and the brightness of this washi, but I kind of think it'll look cool against just a lot of black and white. So we'll put these in. I'll use the little abbreviated. Oh, I've missed these. It's one of my favorites. Just putting Sunday down, and now I did decide I am going to use, I have one of these other little strips, which I think will be perfect to just separate out the weekend. It's a little wonky even for me. Let's see if we can straighten this out a little bit. There we go. I like this color. It's like a peachy color. There we go. Nice. And then I think I have a couple other little bits that I may as well just kind of pop on here. If I have little odds and ends, I do often use them in the daily pages, but I can put a couple in here too. Let me see. Little bits. There we go. Very pretty. I should also, because it's not that often that I'm using these brighter colors, use some of these. So these are just some kind of tracker stickers. I've also got a list box, I think. I used to use these all the time. I really like them, but I haven't used them in a while. So I should probably use one of these too. Maybe I'll use this deeper pink because I think it kind of goes. It's pretty. So I'm going to use the pink on that side as my next week box. And then I think I'll lay down a couple of the little habit trackers too. I really like the way that these came out. And I did just stack the trackers. I'm not gonna use them probably in the traditional way. I'll figure something out. But before I do, kind of jumping around as usual, I do want to put numbers down. So I'm gonna use these, and I'm not sure. I centered the days of the week, which might make this look a little crowded. Let's see. And these are the washi ones, so I could put like a swipe of color underneath them, but I don't know, I just kind of like the black and white look. You know what? I think I'm just gonna switch these to the left and yeah, maybe put them at like a titch of an angle. Just, there we go, that'll work. Kind of connect them with the washi. So let me get the rest of these down. Oh boy. Okay, I've got all my numbers set, and I think this is looking pretty good. Oh, I do want to add, I think, the work sticker this week, so I'll put the work and then just a line across the top. Yeah, I'm really liking the way like the black and white looks with these other colored bits. Oh, I can hear a dog barking. That's the thing about having windows open. So you start to hear every sound. All right. The cats are perking up. My poor cat Winona is still in the midst of recovery. She's had a horrible rash on her belly, and then she started licking another spot, and there's been cones and onesies and medication. It's been a whole thing, but she does seem to be finally improving. But that was something else over, well, the last I started dealing with it when I got back from my vacation in early June. So it's been a couple months to get her kind of back on track. But I found that it sounds silly saying it, and I'm fortunate I work from home, so I'm home most days. But I'm just always sort of keeping an eye on her to make sure that, she's doing okay. And I've got to, of course, track the meds she's on. There's been some changes over the last few weeks. And then, trying to make sure she's safe and comfortable in her cone or onesie or whatever it may be. All right, so yeah, so I just put next week there, and I'm not quite sure. I do want to keep this kind of simple, so you know what, in the bottom one, I think I'm going to put a home to kind of prompt me to do one of my home organization or something. You know what? I don't know. I do know I want to track mood. I want to just put like a number down each day. So maybe I'm going to do that up top, I think. I often wonder what it would be like to actually map this out ahead of time. I do just tend to sort of start going. There we go. Okay, well, I'll figure out that middle one a little later on. I think this is looking good. I think the next thing to work out is I do want somewhere for maybe some lists. Let's see. You know, I've got more of these washi strips, so I'm going to use it just to separate out maybe the bottom half, and I'll use that for some lists. I do think I need a list this week because, yeah, just I think I need to get things down. Now, sometimes, and over the last few weeks, I haven't been putting a lot of kind of longer lists in here, but I sometimes use the daily pages for that. But I do think this week it would be good to have a couple of things. I probably won't put a ton of information in them, but just to have different categories. I think that's what my brain needs this week. Otherwise, who knows what will be happening. Okay, so that washi looks good in the middle, the cute little hearts. And yeah, I think I'm going to use these little to-do stickers, and then beside it, I might write maybe in a marker color what the kind of category will be. I'll see what this looks like. Okay, so I took some time. I did put to-do stickers down, and then I just wrote kind of beside them in green kind of what the sort of theme was. So what I need to do for planning, home, and some admin stuff I need to do. Also put down one of my little garbage and recycling stickers, which is really cute. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I think this might be, oh yes, I had to grab this too. Yeah, I thought this week I'll use some more stickers than I have been lately as well. I'm a big fan of Critical Role, the Dungeons and Dragons sort of streaming / series / everything. And they had a live show, and it's going to be airing on Thursday. So I'm going to put that down, and I want to add finance here as well. So yeah, I think that looks cute. I will tomorrow. I will, when I wake up, when I do my daily, I'll probably fill in just a couple of things in each of these categories. But I'm happy with the way that this is turned out. I'm just trying to see any little other ways that I can use some of these little bits and pieces. I think I might use something to separate out the bottom for, I just want to add like a little bit more color. So maybe if I use this strip, just to pull it all the way, oh, come on, all the way across. Yeah, that looks good. And I do have a few other little bits left over. I'm just debating whether, yeah, you know what? I think I am going to put them, I'm just going to cut out kind of some smaller pieces and just spread them throughout. I have these really cute drink stickers, and some of them are kind of tropical drinks, but I think I'm just going to use these kind of little bits. Where do you want to go? Oh, you know what? I'll use it here, kind of like it's holding down this list. And yeah, one of the things I'm going to have to do, or not have to do, but get to do, is to make my decisions about what I'm going to be ordering from Hobonichi. So I am definitely going to get the Cousin. What I'm debating is the Weeks. So 3 years ago when I first got this, I also got a Weeks because they had this beautiful, it was one of the smooth covers, and it was in milk tea, which was the most gorgeous color. And I didn't end up, using it. I only kind of used it for a few months, which is okay. But there was a color I saw when I was looking on the weekend, and it's the smooth cover as well, the Weeks, but it's more like, I think, like a brownie color. I'm very tempted, so we'll have to see how it goes. But I love my traveler's notebooks, so I don't know. I'm gonna have to sit and have a little think with myself and see what I want to do. But that's another exciting thing about the fall as well, is to start to prepare, make my lists of what I'm going to be ordering to get myself set up for next year. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'll start filling in a couple little things, maybe for today, since it's evening. So there we are. I haven't added, too much, but that's kind of what it's going to look like. I also just wanted to do a little flip through the last few weeks. yeah, I'm liking the way that these have turned out in August. I think it was good. This one especially I like. And that was a kind of bounce back because the couple weeks before that were kind of rough. But yeah. Yeah, I've been enjoying using this summer. It's really nice. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you soon. Bye.